Hello, my name is Grant Fritchie. I work for Redgate Software. I want to talk about numbers. Numbers are a big part of what we do. I mean, we have all kinds of numbers that are come at us, percentage of CPU, disk IO. I mean, all these numbers, how much memory are we using? How many weights do we have? How long is this query taking to run? Lots and lots and lots and lots of numbers. I mean, they stack up, they extend out. There are a lot of numbers that we have. And gathering these numbers and gathering these metrics and understanding, that having the numbers is how we drive query tuning, is how we drive a proactive process, is having numbers available. This is why you go and buy a third-party product like a SQL Monitor from Redgate Software so that you gather numbers. And that's all good, right? Gathering numbers is great. But two things. One, any single number is usually meaningless. I have a query that takes up 56% of my CPU. Wow. That's a lot, right? That's taking up 56% of your CPU. Huh. Man, I suppose we should do something about that, right? 56% of the CPU is a lot. How many queries are running on the system? How frequently are they called? How many times is that query called? Is that query called once and it's 56%? Wow. Or is it being called a million times a minute and it's 56%? Or we need some more numbers, right? Just saying 56% does not get the lighter out and I start setting my hair on fire, right? It's not enough. This is actually from a real situation. Come to find out, 56% of the CPU, 56% of the CPU. Oh my God, what is the problem? What's broken? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's this other thing. Maybe it's this, maybe it's this. No. What it was is that on a system with no load, nothing running, a query was run. Now that query went to the master database and queried the master database, and it got a list of databases. And in this particular system, there were a lot of databases. They had about 1,000 databases. Not a small number. On a single instance, that's quite a big number. But remember, this is on a system with no load, zero load, okay? No load. With no load and running from Management Studio, hey, give me a list of 1,000 databases. Guess what? 56% of the CPU was used to satisfy getting that list of databases. Oh my God, there's something wrong with master database and the Management Studio is breaking things and oh my God, because 56% of nothing is nothing. There's no load. And so if we use like 3, 4, 5, 6 ticks of CPU out of the 12 ticks that the CPU uses, we've used 56% of the CPU. Except for the fact that the CPU is not actually under load. There's no weights. There's no issues with the CPU. We're not seeing, latch weights, lock weights. We're not seeing any kind of problem. We've got a number. And we haven't taken that number and correlated it back with any bit of reality. All we have is a single number, and that single number is driving us into panic and down a hole, and there are things we must fix. No, guys, please. This whole thing of like page life expectancy. Right? Oh my God, my top weight is CX packets. Quick, go turn off parallelism. One number is not enough. We must have not a number, we must have numbers. We must have metrics. We must have measurements in order to arrive at informed decisions and planned resolutions to actual problems. We need to have multiple bits of data. Having a single value of data, 56% of the CPU, when the CPU is not being used, will lead us to make really crazy and uninformed choices and all kinds of silly stuff. So let's focus and let's get more information so that we're able to deal with things rather than relying on one value, right? One value does not give us enough. Please get more than one value. My name is Grant Fritchie. I work for Redgate Software.